Hello, hello. There he is. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello. You look lovely, Consuela. You look
Thank
lovely. She's like,
you. Don't
oh,
Um,
goodness.
uh, Gina, just a quick answer. You can actually send that email directly to me here at help@omnibayfinancial.com, and I can look into that for you. That's not a problem. But as you see, our guest speaker for the evening has arrived, and he got a special guest. Well, hello, Marco.
Hello, everybody.
Oh, my
Hello.
goodness.
Expecting that one, so I'm going to go ahead and turn over my screen and my mic to who all we're here to see.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Consuela. So I'm going to tell y'all this right now. Let me go ahead and get me all set up here. Y'all are going to see me looking up occasionally. What we're doing for this particular meeting, I'm doing a video actually for my YouTube and a couple other channels. So y'all are going to be a part of that right now, where this video is really all about how do you close clients effectively. You know, we can get you the leads. That's not a problem. We can get you the leads. You know, we have one of the largest, and I would say one of the best agencies out here, and our leads platform is quickly going in the same direction. Just last week, we were featured by several NBC News affiliates, several Fox News affiliates, Market Watch. We are growing. Just go and Google OmniBay right now. Go Google it right now, and you're going to see just what we've been doing and doing incredible things. Go to www.omnibayreviews.com. You're going to see what real people are saying about us. So we can get you the clients. That's easy. Yeah. Now let's talk about how do you close the clients. I want y'all to get in here right now. Let me know where you're at and all that other goodness. Let me know where you're at and all that other goodness. While we're doing that, let me make sure I pin myself here. I'm going to pin my video or spotlight my video. Okay, boom, boom, there we go. Okay, hold on, y'all. I'm going to let y'all come in here for just a minute, but while we're getting that all together, I just want to send this quick note out to our Telegram group, just to let them know that we're on here as well. What I want you all to do as you're coming in here, let me know who you are and let me know where you are. I'm always interested in to see what cities are you all in and all that kind of other good stuff. That is always so important to me. You know someone's talking, that they're buying time when they start talking slow. That is so important. Wow. Okay, here we go. I got it right here. Where's the Telegram link? Oh my God, Tierra in Chicago. Go ahead, read off some of those names.
Oh, yeah.
Right there.
Let's see.
Sabrina in Texas.
Sabrina in Texas. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Let's see. Norfolk. Oh, DeAndre from Virginia. And Tyra from North Carolina. Okay. Let's see. Isabel from Washington, D.C.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Okay. Christina out in California.
Am I doing it right? Okay, I didn't do it right.
Miss D out in Jacksonville, Florida.
Hey, Miss D.
Hey, Miss D.
We gotta give Miss D a special thank you because Marco would not be licensed today if it wasn't for D's boot camp. Okay. Oh, yeah. She got him together the right way. She got him together. All right. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get ourselves going here right now. I just wanted to make sure we were up in here. I just wanted to make sure we was up in here. Okay, well, first of all, I need to shout out the folks who are doing incredible business. I know that Melanin Bay, she's been doing thousands of dollars in business. Courtney Scott did, I think, like $9,000 in business from leads that she generated through us. Who else? Atia. Do you know about Atia Bell? You don't know about... Let me say about Atia Bell. Okay, we always are inboxing each other. Okay, I'm gonna tell you that right now. Okay, today, how much business did she do? Just today.
Wow.
How much?
Wow, $7,500.
$7,500 in business today from one family. It was one family of 5. And she did on the other day. She did another family, had a couple leads, and she did $16,000 worth of business in 3 days, plus $4,000 from the beginning of the month. She did $20,000 over that period of time. Atia is amazing, okay? But
shouts out to Atia. Oh my gosh.
Atia is amazing. So I want to tell you all this, okay? What I know how to do is I know how to close people. So I'm going to walk y'all through my closing approach in terms of how I get on to how I set up a call. Of course, if you would like to learn more about how I sell and how I close, what I want you to do is go to www.mjharrisfreegift.com. That's www.mjharrisfreegift.com, and that shows you a little bit more about how I close clients. If you are new to the team, new to our program, don't you worry, log into your portal and it will walk you through your next steps so you can focus on how to get your license, your insurance license. If you're already licensed, make sure you log into the portal there as well so you can figure out how to submit your paperwork so to get contract with our carriers. Here's the first thing you have to keep in mind. I want y'all to listen to me very close, okay? Oh, Audrey says that, and that I inspire her. Thank you. Here's the first thing that you have to keep in mind. When you're talking to somebody about buying life insurance, the bottom line is if they schedule a call with you, if they set up a time with you, then they are, in a lot of cases, willing to buy. Sometimes it can feel like these people are wasting our times when they don't buy or when they do different things like that. You're like, why is this person wasting my time? What is this about? But what it comes down to is often, it's not that they're wasting our time, that they're trying to purposely waste our time. What it is that we can often do a lot better of a job in how we manage that call. So for me, the way I go into calls, you're not going to waste my time. You're not going to waste my time. You're not, I'm looking at both cameras, going to waste my time. Okay? Yeah. First of all, you can't close nobody if you go into a meeting believing that somehow or another that you're here, that you're some subservient sales professional. I hope you buy from me today so I can make my commission.
You gotta come in there confident.
Come in there hard, come in there confident, come in there hitting them hard. So if I'm scheduling an appointment with you and I'm getting on a call with you, as soon as you answer the phone, answer that phone, Marco. Answer the phone.
Hello?
The phone. Hi, is this Marco Gray?
Yeah, that's me. Yeah.
Wonderful. This is MJ here calling because you scheduled a time with me about life insurance. Is now still a good time?
Yeah, now's a good time.
Fantastic. So here's how the call's gonna go. It's not gonna take very long. I'm reminding them it's not gonna take very long. Within this call, what's gonna happen is I'm going to go over some insurance options with you. And as we go over those options, I'm gonna learn about your budget.
Okay.
I'm gonna learn about what you're looking for, right? One of two outcomes is gonna happen. The first outcome is that what you're looking for aligns with what we have, and then from there, I can go ahead and get you signed up, right? Keep in mind, most carriers don't require any money when you sign up for the policy because you gotta go through underwriting and getting approved.
Okay.
Second option is that what you're looking for, we don't have, or what you're looking for, we don't have it at the price you wanna pay, or maybe we're just not the best fit for you for some other reason. If that's the case, I'm gonna let you know that because I don't wanna waste your time. Okay. But if you recognize that before I recognize that, can you let me know that so that you don't waste my time either?
Yeah.
Fantastic. All right, so tell me, bam. You see what I'm saying? Here's what I did right then and there. The first thing I did was I came into that call. Hi, Marco. I'm calling you for the time that you scheduled with me. Reminding you scheduled my time. Yeah. You scheduled my time. Now, hi, I'm calling about your life insurance. It's now a good. No, you scheduled this time with me.
You almost got to come in there like you know, they're the ones that need life insurance. You're the one that
I got my insurance. Yeah, I'm good.
Exactly.
I'm Gucci.
Yeah,
I'm Gucci. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. You the one who need coverage or need more coverage, or you want me to schedule a call with me?
Exactly.
Absolutely. So you come in just like that. Be warm, but be very, very, very about it. You see what I'm saying? Oh my God. Mahasa McNeely, she did, I think, almost $14,000 in business or something like that. She submitted like whatever it was, like $14,000 in business in the last 10 days or $10,000 in business in the last 14 days. Mahasa, clarify it for me. I don't want to misquote it. You're amazing.
Wow.
And so what I do is, and she used our lead system, OmniBayLeads.com. So what I do is I come out the gate and I establish the power dynamic here. First of all, you scheduled this time with me today. Is now still a good time? Wonderful. Another question you can ask on 14,000 in 10 days. 14,000 in 10 days. She's amazing. From our lead system, link above or below this video, OmniBayLeads.com. And I established that. The second thing that I'm going to establish is I'm going to let you know how the call is going to go. I'm going to let you know the agenda for the call. You know, I'm setting an upfront contract, so to speak. Does that work for you, that we're going to do it like this? I'm going to get your budget and so on and so forth. Another element that you may want to throw in there that I don't do quite as often, although I think it's a great thing to do, and you learned this lesson on Saturday, which is ask them up front. Is there anyone else who needs to be present for this call? I know that buying life insurance
that's a really big thing.
Tell us about how you learned that was a big deal to do that.
Because like it came to like 45 minutes into the call. It came like it was
Ooh, I know you was hot.
I was
He
hot.
came down these steps hot, mad as fire.
I was mad. So it went. So it was like 50 minutes in the call, and then I realized like, and then she was like, well, I need to talk it. I need to talk it over with. I think it was like her son or something like that.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
you couldn't have told me that
wow.
5 minutes into the call.
Yeah.
Before you wasted my time. Oh my God. Kalia said, yes, it happened to me too. I'm going to say how you get around that. What you do at the beginning of the call is it's very helpful to do this, is to ask them up front, is there anyone else who needs to be present for this call? Before we kick it off, is there anyone else that you'd like to have present for this call? I'm happy to conference them in if they're not present right now, just because I know buying life insurance is an important decision. Some people don't want to make that decision by themselves.
That's smart.
You see what I'm saying? And I do it just like that. I could call my husband, he in the car. Oh, don't worry, he can be on the speakerphone. It's fine. He doesn't have to be present. You know what I mean? I'm gonna push you. Yeah. And then so with this, at least this has happened to her too. And so with that said, I then go in from there. Once I jump into the call, my first question, after they say, yes, now's a good time, blah, 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 blah. Here's my first question. Write this down. And if you're not doing this, start doing it.
I think
What's
I know
the question?
I think I know. What inspires you to set up this meeting today? That's the yeah.
Why is that an important question, Marco?
Because you want to know what their reason for purchasing life insurance is.
Exactly.
That's very important. Yeah.
It is incredibly important to know their reason for wanting to purchase the life insurance, because by knowing why did you schedule this call, that is what you're going to be able to sell them on. So for example, if I talk with you and you like, and I say, why you schedule this call? And you say, oh, my uncle, well, let's not speak that over me. My cousin passed away without no insurance, right? And it was just terrible in the family. I mean, we had to scrounge money together. People was arguing, fussing, and fighting about it. I had to do a GoFundMe too. And I said, I don't want that to be the case for me. So that's why I'm getting life insurance. I hear them, and what I first do is honor and validate what they just said for the reason why. I say, that is such an amazing thing that you went through that experience. And the outcome is that you're making a successful financial choice, a responsible financial choice for yourself. Or someone says, I just want to make sure I have enough insurance for my kids if something were to happen to me. That is such a wonderful thing. Let me first honor you before we even go into the rest of this call. Let me honor the fact that you are doing what so many other parents have yet to do, which is that they are setting up insurance for them, that you're setting up insurance for yourself to make sure your kids are taken care of. Marco's heard me on the phone. I go right in for it. I use emotion. Emotion is very important. Validating people is very important. You have to understand this. When they're sitting on the phone talking to you about buying insurance or any other kind of high ticket item, what you have to understand is, number one, they may be a little embarrassed about the fact that they don't already have it. They may also think, I don't have that much money, and here's this person is selling me insurance. They must have a whole lot of money. They have all these different things in their mind that can make them feel inferior within that moment. And so you want to come on from the beginning of the call, validating them, making them feel good, comforting them, propping them up. You see what I'm saying? In order to make them feel good, it's a way to give them comfort so that they can really breathe and let their guard down to really engage in this experience, because this is an important experience for them to engage in. It really is. So after I honored them, I say, okay, so let me make sure I understand this correctly. You're purchasing life insurance because you want to make sure that you're not in the same position as your cousin who passed away, who left the family with nothing but debt. Is that fair to say? And they say, yeah. Okay, wonderful. All right, let me ask you this next question. All right, and I'm not saying that we can hit your budget, but I want to at least know this. In an ideal circumstance, how much would you like to spend on a life insurance policy each month? Oh, I don't even know how much it's supposed to cost. They never know how much they want to spend. They never know. And I say, well, let me explain to you why I'm asking this question. I'm asking this question because life insurance, generally, we can build policies based on your budget. And I can't guarantee we're going to be able to hit your budget every time, but in a lot of cases, we can try. So if I at least know a realistic picture, even if just a range of how much you want to spend on insurance, that can help me to then see if we have any options that may align with your budget. So if you had to give me a range, even if they say, I don't know, I say, well, what does 100 to 200 a month feel like? I'm gonna go for the gusto, right? That sounds a bit much for me. What does 75 to 125 sound a little bit more comfortable for you? Oh yeah, that sounds fine. Great. All right. Okay, let's go ahead and talk. And then I'm going to go into the remainder of my questions. Tell me this. How much death benefit are you looking for? Tell me this. I'm going to keep on going. I'm going to dig deeper and dig deeper from that point in time in terms of asking my questions. But I set the call up in that particular way. After I set up the call, and I go over the illustration with them, right, to walk through whatever that illustration is. Here's what I do. Let me ask you this before I even go into telling how I do it. When you want the client to then buy the product, you're like, okay, I've gone over everything with you. How do you ask them, do they want to buy it? Or do they want to do an application? How do you ask them?
So
the golden question.
So how do they want to buy it?
Do you want to buy it? If you've gone over the whole illustration with them, bam. How do you ask them?
So, I'm trying to think. So after you go through the question, how do you want to buy it?
Do you want to buy this or not? I'm sensing a lack of a system here.
Yeah,
you ain't got a system. You just gotta go with how the spirit moves.
Yeah, it's gotta.
You like a little sage, a little Palo Santo. See how the spirit hits you, huh?
Yeah.
Is that what you do? Okay, let me tell you how you're supposed to do it, because there's a system to this. After I've gone over the illustration with you, I then ask you, what questions can I answer for you? I never ask, do you have any questions? Because adults somehow or another believe that they should not have any questions. Because when you grow up in usually in our school systems in America, they don't always make you feel comfortable asking questions. Not in the schools I grew up in. In our schools growing up, and you say, I got a question. Were you not paying attention? It's like, I just had a question. You know what I mean? So we don't always feel comfortable asking a question. Or at work, when you raise your hand to ask a question in the conference room, people are like, why she got to ask the question? We're trying to get out this meeting early. So what I do is I invite people in to ask questions by expressing it as if I know you have one. I say, what questions can I answer for you? I say, just like that. I'm inviting you. I want you to know it's okay to ask me questions. Here's the reason why asking do they have any questions is important. You want to know if they have any questions, because if you find out they had questions, their questions normally are masking their objections. In a lot of cases, we get to the end of the call and they backing out. Let me think about it. Let me talk to Jesus. Let me talk to whoever about it, because they have objections that they haven't expressed.
Because it's sometimes like questions that they need
that they didn't ask.
Yeah, that they didn't ask.
Or they didn't feel comfortable asking. So what I prefer to do, because they say, well, I'm on research. You know what research means? I'm going to go ask somebody else the questions that I wanted to ask you and probably end up buying it from somebody else. Sorry to you, my brother. And so what I say is, do you have questions? And a lot of new agents don't want to ask people if they have questions, because you're like, shoot, they may ask something I don't know the answer to. Or B, they may ask questions and they may not end up buying nothing, right? You think questions is a bad thing. Questions are a good thing. What questions can I answer for you?
What questions can I answer? Okay.
And they may say something to the effect of, with this policy, I see you gave me a $500,000 death benefit, but you say it's only a 20-year term. That means I'm not going to have insurance in 20 years? What you're hearing in there, what do you hear when someone says that? What do you think is their concern when they make a statement like that? Yeah, use your intuition a little bit. What's their concern?
So their concern is, so you're saying after that I don't have,
why would they bring that up? Why is that a concern for them?
Because they want to be, I'm guessing they want to make sure that they're covered in their life. In 20 years, I'll be 56. You see what I'm saying? What happened then? I don't plan to be dead then. So what happened then? So what I express to them is I say, okay, well, I'm hearing your question about that. Let me tell you this, at the end of the 20 years, you can renew the policy. It may cost a little bit more. We can also, at that point in time, myself or any other insurance producer can look at other policy options for you. However, if what I'm hearing from you is that you're more interested in something that's permanent, that won't expire in 20 years, I've got two other options for you. One would be that we can look at a 30-year option, or the alternative is that we may want to point your budget towards a permanent insurance product such as whole life or IUL. Now I'm going to tell you in advance, you're probably going to get less death benefit for your same price, but if permanence and long-term coverage is important to you, then we may want to look at that option. So let me ask you this.
what would you say is more important for you at this stage? Maximizing on, you heard me ask you
Yeah,
the other day
I've
on the
heard this
phone.
before. Yeah, and I actually use this. Yeah.
Yeah.
So whenever it's like whenever they're kind of figuring out which one do they want, a term, something temporary or something whole, you kind of you ask them like, do you want, it's maximizing, what's a priority? Maximizing your coverage, or is it having permanent coverage?
Exactly.
That kind of what it comes down to.
I put it right on them. At least it says, loving these gems. They really are very helpful. I've learned this through doing a lot of selling, losing a lot of sales because I didn't know these things. And that's why I give them to you all. It's not enough for me to bring you all what I know to be the best leads in America. It's not enough for me to do that. I got to teach you how to close them. Yeah. And so I asked them, I said, so you tell me, what would you say is more important to you right now? Well, I got young kids right now, so I really want to make sure I can leave a lot behind. And I said, well, how about this? Have you considered the option of what we call convertible term? This is why it helps to study the products. Because if you study the products and you can pull from that arsenal, it's like having your little bag, honey, and they got something for you. See, I'm gonna put all this in here, right? And so they be like, they say a question, you be like, hold on. I hear your question, hold on. Okay, hold on. I got one for you. Oh, that's another concern for, hold on, baby, I got something. You know what I'm saying? You can go in your pocketbook. You see what I'm saying? And so anyway, that's what studying helps you with, okay? So if they say, well, I really want to, I don't know, I want to maximize on my coverage because I have young kids and I really want to make sure I can leave a good amount behind. Sure. We have something called convertible term. Okay, what that is that's a term insurance product where, let's say you have a 20-year policy, sometimes for the first 10 years, sometimes as much for the first 19 years of the policy. You can convert that policy whenever you'd like to a permanent option for up to the death benefit amount that was on the term. So for example, if you have a $500,000 term and at year 6, you say, I want to convert this to a whole life policy. I really want something longer term. You can convert it to whole life up to $500,000. Now the price will obviously adjust, but you are guaranteed to be able to get that higher level of coverage as long as your policy is active, and you don't have to go through underwriting. So why might someone do that? They start with terms that maximize their own coverage, but 15 years from now, maybe their kids are all out the house, so they ain't really worried about leaving as much behind, or they don't really need that. So they say, well, let me convert my policy to a whole life product. I don't need as much, so let me convert it to a smaller whole life product. And even if they had a heart attack, stroke, health change between when they set up, no underwriting. They just have to convert the policy. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And so then you can position that so that way they're getting in with the approach that works for them. Yeah. Right? So long story short, I asked them, I say, what questions can I answer for you? They expressed their question. I expressed my answer in the form of a solution. Okay? Then the next thing, my next question I'll ask after I answer that question for them, and I say, what other question can I answer for you? I say just like that, because I expect another question. Well, the price of this, like, is it always going to be this high? Code for this is too high. Okay. Well, let me ask you this, ma'am, sir. Let me ask you this, sir. This number here, and it's just me and you here. It's just me and you here, because I want you to be comfortable. If paying $175 a month feels a little uncomfortable right now, what number would feel most comfortable for you right now?
They can, I don't know, $50.
$50. Okay, so let's just kind of backtrack. Initially, you said $175, and that was going to get you $1 million in coverage. I'm more than happy to put you in for any number that you'd like. If I put in $50, your coverage will decrease. So, okay, you now are going to get $250,000 in coverage. Is that okay for you?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, well, perfect. What other questions can I answer for you?
No, I think I'm good.
You good to go?
I'm good to go.
Wonderful. As soon as they say they're good to go, then what I say is, okay, well, let me just kind of walk you through what the next steps are to get you coverage. I'm speaking as if you're going to buy it. I'm not an amateur. You see what I'm saying? Let me walk you through what the next steps look like. What's going to happen is we go ahead and put in an application for you. No money is due today.
Yeah, you got to make sure you said
no money is due today. Okay? Unless you're doing guaranteed issue, they take it out immediately. No money is due today. I'm going to do an application for you. That's going to get you submitted to the underwriter so that they can review you to make a determination on if they will approve you. Why is that important to say? Think about it. The line outside the door at the nightclub, the line outside the door at the restaurant, everyone wants to go into the place where there's a line. And to buy life insurance, there is a line. You got to wait to be approved. So you need to remind them of that.
Yeah.
Okay? Because it's something about human nature where when we know that we got to be approved for something, we want to just a little bit more. We take it a little bit more seriously.
Yeah.
So I say, so we're going to go ahead and get you put in to have you reviewed by an underwriter, and you will have to be approved. At approval, I'll reach out to you, and then we can figure out what would be the best date to start your policy. At that date is when you will be billed your first payment. So if I can have about 5 minutes of your time, okay. I'm going to go ahead and get some inputs here, starting with your middle initial. Bam, I jump right in and go right into there, okay? I jump into it, and then at this point in time, you see how I transitioned that? Now, do you want to buy this? What questions can I answer for you? What questions can I answer for you? Until you tell me I have no more questions, then I say, all right, would you mind if I walk you through what the application process looks like?
Almost, like as if you just putting it, you already.
I'm assuming you want to buy. You scheduled a call with me. You scheduled a call with me.
Yeah.
Y'all be messing up the sales because y'all be scared to push it forward. They scheduled the call with you. Yeah, what you doing? They scheduled until you tell me you don't want to buy. This is an appointment to buy things. I'm so excited you're buying things. And they say, well, I'm not ready to. Oh, you're not? Oh, well, if I may ask, what's the concern?
Well, I know we talked about the price, but I don't know. It's still kind of, I don't want to pay that much.
Okay, well, I can circle back. How much would you like to pay?
Well, I feel like
they're bullshitting at this point.
I feel like I want to pay $50 a month, but I don't think $250 is enough. Okay,
so help me to understand this. Because we got a situation here where the marketplace, this is how much it costs for what you want, but you don't want to pay that. So let me ask you this, just realistically speaking here. Given that what you want sounds like what you need, because like you mentioned, you don't want to be in the situation where what happened to your cousin where they passed away and there was no coverage and there was the fighting and the GoFundMes. Go for the jugular. Remind them.
The why.
Yeah, remind them of the why. Okay. So it sounds to me you picked this number for a reason, but it sounds to me like you don't want to pay for what it costs. So if I may ask you this, and I hope I'm not overstepping. Now, when I say that, that means I'm going for the jugular. Okay. And I hope I'm not overstepping. Is your intention to purchase life insurance today?
Yes.
It is. And so if your intention is to purchase life insurance today, for the amount of coverage that you want and the price you told me you're willing to pay, since there's a disconnect between the two, which should I adjust? Should I adjust your budget down or your coverage amount down? Because I don't know what else to do at this point. I don't set the prices.
Well, I think you're right. I think that having that coverage is very important because I don't want to end up like my cousin. So I think I'll just go with the 250.
250.
Yeah, we can go ahead and move on to that.
Perfect. Marco, if I could share this with you, validate them again, right? What you say is at this point, Marco, if I could share this with you, you're making a very responsible choice. I know it's not an easy choice, but for all the things you pay on a monthly basis, your other bills, I'm certain that none of those other things are going to bring you the security for yourself and for your family like this will. So I know this is an uncomfortable process right now because we're talking about uncomfortable things, then talking about spending money. But I just want you to know that I'm proud of you for making this choice. I'm looking at both cameras. Okay? You're not no machine. You're not selling car insurance in some call center. You a human being talking to another human being. Yeah. Touch they heart. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Right? Let me read these comments so far.
I heard someone, they said if they say no.
Tiffany Heron, that's a good question. She says, and if they say no, my intention is not to buy, let me tell you how you handle that. So let's reverse it. Okay, so let me pause you for a minute, and I hope I'm not overstepping. Is your intention to purchase life insurance today?
Honestly, I feel like I need some time to think about it.
No problem at all. Let me ask you this before you do that. Oftentimes, when people say they have to think about it, there typically is a question that hasn't been addressed. So as a licensed insurance professional, I'm better than any Google that you could ever go to. So let me ask you this, is there any specific element that you want to think about, or you're just not ready to purchase today?
I'm not ready to purchase.
No problem at all. Here's what I want to do for you. It looks like we're 15 minutes into our appointment time, and I know we scheduled a half hour. I'm going to give you back 15 minutes of your day.
Okay.
Okay. And I appreciate you letting me know this, because that way we can protect one another's and respect one another's time.
Okay.
Here's my card right here. All right. As I go for my McQueen. Here's my card right here. It's got my calendar scheduling link on here. There you go, darling. I want you to schedule time with me when you're ready, okay?
Okay.
Relatives, anyone who you know who needs coverage? You know anyone who needs coverage? I'm asking for referrals.
Not at the moment, but I'll let you know.
Okay, well, wonderful. Here's my link right here. Okay, you go ahead and schedule when time's right for you. Thank you so much. This is such a pleasure. Okay, and then as soon as I get my car, then I cuss. And I wasted my fucking time and got that, and get on the phone and call my mentor, my upline. They wasted my dog. You do that later. I've done that. Just get out the door, nice and easy first. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. You can complain, you can fuss, but you got to be cute. Because here's what's happened for me, right? Someone has wasted my time, and then they come back a week later or a month later and then buy with me. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So Marco has some questions that he's gathered from him as well as from members of his downline, just to make, because I want the questions to be real life questions. Y'all laughing, but it's true. And so I'm going to answer his questions. And after we go through his questions, I'm going to also try to answer your questions as well. So you want to jump on in?
Yeah, I'll jump on in.
Is this good information? Do y'all love it?
Let's see. Okay. So my first question, how do I handle rejection? You know,
that's a good first question.
Being told, no all the time. How do I know it's something that I need to work on as an agent, or if it's, the client? How do I know if it's something?
I'm going to tell you this right now, and I know this may not necessarily feel good for everyone to hear about this. Mm-hmm. Rejection is 90% your fault. Oh, I know that didn't feel good. Did that feel good? That stung your heart. That kind of hurt. Okay. And I'm going to tell you this. Here's why it's empowering. Here's why this should be empowering to you. So a lot of people don't know this. I grew up doing opera. I'm a trained opera singer. That's why my speaking voice is so pleasant and melodic. Okay. And so, no, for real, I was in Juilliard's pre-college program. I could sing. I went to an arts boarding school for high school, got a scholarship because we ain't had no money like that. I can do it. Yeah. And so for me, I grew up, every Wednesday and Friday, I would do what they call master classes, where you stand on the stage and all your peers would listen to you sing a song. And they have to tell you what you did right or wrong about it. And because they're your peers, they would rip you to shreds every time. Every time. I got a thick skin. I don't think I could survive in this business the business of entertainment, being on camera. I can survive insurance, but entertainment being on camera, those comments I get from people, oh, Jesus. And so, but it doesn't bother me. Yeah. But long story short, one of the things that my old vocal coach back then told me was, he said, at the end of the day, if you didn't do the song well, it's your fault. It's not that the air was dry. It's not that the pianist messed your key up. You didn't do it well, right? And so he said, but here's how I want you to view it. Every time that you don't have a performance that you like or that you wanted to do, every time you have the performance doesn't turn out the way you want, don't beat yourself up. Because that is nothing but just an egotistical move. Oh, I feel bad. My ego's hurt because I didn't get the outcome. They rejected me. Who cares, right? You need to ask yourself, what could I do differently next time so this doesn't happen again? Okay. This is how you refine yourself as a seller. Yeah. The best lessons you're going to get are from the no's and the rejections. That's the best lessons. So for example, you learn right then and there with the young lady on Saturday who said, wasted your time, basically. You learned a valuable lesson. Confirm intentions before you start the call, and confirm, does anyone else need to be present? That's true. I learned how to sell because of the no's. Yeses don't teach you how to sell. Yeses do nothing but stroke your ego. And then the problem is when you come into this industry and you get yeses all the time up front, and then eventually you start getting no's, it crushes you. That's why I tell people, don't start with your family and friends all the time, because your family and friends will always say yes, and it's going to make you believe that you're a better seller than what you actually are. Oh, they said yes to me. They love me. No, you're their cousin. Yeah. You could screw this thing up and they're going to still say yes. Okay? Yeah. Start with actual leads. Okay. Because if you start with leads, you're going to learn how to close and you're going to learn how good you really are, and it'll improve you from there. Get out of your mind that the beginning is going to be easy. It's not. You're going to get a whole lot of no's, but those no's, if you're investing in this experience, are going to make you better. So I say make the rejection and make the no's your classroom. Okay. Examine it. What did I do wrong and what could I do different? It's never the client's fault, always yours. Even if the client wasted your time, how could you avoid it, having that client waste your time? Put it on yourself. You're never growing if it's on the other person. Okay. What's the next one?
Let me see. Well, that kind of falls into one of the other questions I had.
What's that? Stuck together here.
Let me see.
We got some notes.
So, okay, like what's the best advice you could give someone that wasn't having, a good selling day?
Yeah, a good selling day. That your career is not defined by this day. When you're not selling well on that day and everybody not answering the phone or people hanging up on you, or it's always call me back, oh, I'm not a good selling, am I in the right career? You go from the day before, you'd have made $6,000 and you're like, whoa, I'm the king of the world. I am Queen Sheba. Okay, you were like, I am everything and more. Yeah. You know what I mean? You walk around singing Whitney Houston, I'm every woman. It's y'all feeling good, okay? And then next thing you know, the next day is bad news. It's Marco. Moping around here. You all right? I got a headache. My foot hurt. It's like his body breakdown because people told him no. I'm like, they just said no. And you know what I mean? You be defining yourself by it. But you got to remember, who said that right here? TK said tomorrow's a new day. It's very true. Yeah. And today doesn't define tomorrow, nor does it define yesterday. But here's the thing. We make so much money in the life insurance industry because those yes days finance the no days. You cannot expect yeses for every call. For that matter, it's kind of hard to expect yeses every day unless you're talking to a high volume of people. If you want yeses every day, then my recommendation to you, and this isn't a guarantee, but my recommendation is if you expect a yes every day, then you should be talking to at least 6 clients a day. Okay. At least 6 appointments, 6 people that you reach. Okay. So in order to reach 6 people a day, you probably need to get at least 10 to 12 leads, because some of the other leads that you want to get, they are great leads, but they may not be available to answer the phone at that point in time. It's a numbers game. Yeah. So that's how I deal with it. I don't define my view of myself as an ability based on my experience for today. Okay. What's the next question?
Let me see.
That's right. Believe in yourself. I love what Mary Wilson says. With life insurance, you may have a bad day, a bad week, but never a bad month. That's the truth, honey. If you got a bad month, then you ain't showing up. Or what's the next one? You got good ones there.
So how do I tell a client that they are declined when?
Oh, that's a good one. So I actually have a video that I just posted about how to tell a client that they're declined. So I want y'all to watch that because I don't want to take too much time in here on that one. But essentially what you need to do is identify what is a way when they've been declined, you want to identify an alternative policy type that they can get approved for, and before you call them up. Okay. To tell them to decline. Because do you want to, if I call you to say you decline, do you just want me to say, hey, you've been declined for this, and I'll look for something else? I leave you hanging, you hurt. Or would you rather me call you and say, hey, Marco, so got good news for you. I have found an alternative insurance carrier who's really looking forward to getting you all signed up. The original carrier that we looked at is probably just not going to be a great fit for you at this time, but we have another fantastic option. I've even pre-filled the application for you. I'm going to send it over for your review. In fact, if you're at your phone right now, just sent that through to you, DocuSign. Yeah, got it right there. And I'm just so excited about this. Is this a difference in price? Well, I'll tell you this. Initially, your coverage is going to be $500,000 and you're going to be paying $150 a month. I kept you at $150 a month, but because that initial carrier is not going to be able to carry you, this alternative carrier, fabulous A-rated carrier, they'll be able to do you same budget, but it may be about $400,000 in coverage. So it's going to get you in the pool. And here's the great news. We can always come back to the table a year from now, and ask that carrier to relook at you or look at an alternative carrier. The point is to make sure we get your insurance right now, because like you mentioned before, when your Aunt Bertina got hit by that bus and there was no insurance for her, and you know how that went. Yeah, so we want to make sure we get you coverage. Isn't that exciting? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like, okay, I help them to focus on the good in it rather than they got rejected. And here's the thing: when they get rejected, they ain't surprised half the time. They know that their height and weight was a little bit disproportionate. They know that. They know that that they got a lot of health challenges, and that they may have even been turned down by somebody before. Yeah. We're not judging them. They're human beings. Nobody's perfect, but they're not surprised. Yeah. It's not like, what do you mean I got declined? I run triathlons every weekend. Really? You list about 8 medications on that application. You sure? You see what I'm saying? And so with that said, they know. All right, so that's how I handle it. But Consuelo, just send me a note. I'm gonna put a link below the video to another video that I have where I walk you through how to deal with the clients. What's another question?
Okay, so what do you do when a client, you're in the middle of an application, and you hit a roadblock? Maybe it's like a personal information.
Or they don't want to give you the information.
Yeah, they don't want to give you information.
Let me tell you how you handle that, okay? Because this happens sometimes. You're going through an application from a client. It's a lead. Maybe they don't know you that well because you just called them, and you contact them, and then you hit that point in the application. Marco's come downstairs with me many times. He'd be like, they don't want to give me their social, or they don't want to give me their banking information. Mm-hmm. What am I supposed to do? And so how I've coached him on how to handle that is actually a way to avoid it from jump. So here's what I recommend doing.
Yeah.
When you start doing, because you can skip through the application, you don't have to go through it in perfect order, right? Mm-hmm. So what I would recommend, unless the carrier says you got to go through it in a certain order, what I would recommend doing is go through the full application with them, skip the banking section, skip the social until the end.
Okay.
So I'm going to get all the information. As we're talking, I'm building rapport.
Because that's kind of like, because they kind of do, like they ask that kind of
very early. Their socials like the second question half the time.
Yeah, and you haven't even built that rapport yet.
So I wait. I'm going to go through it and get through everything as we're talking. Like, and what kind of work do you do? Oh, you're a teacher. What level do you teach? Oh, wow, that's good. Okay. Oh, that's so wonderful. I'll tell you, teachers are the salt of the earth. You really are wonderful. Oh, you're a stay-at-home mom. Wow, that's so wonderful. You know what? That's a real job too. You know what I mean? I'm building rapport with you. They talk about, well, I'm a diabetic, but I take my insulin. Well, that's good. You take your insulin all the time. That's wonderful. Blah, 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 blah. I'm building rapport through the application process. So as I get to the end of the application, I say, okay, well, wonderful. I'm about to get you submitted so we can get you reviewed for approval. I have to tell you, it has been such a pleasure talking with you today. It really has been nice. They say, so if I say, okay, well, wonderful. Here's the thing, for an e-application, we have to send it through to you. And what's going to happen is you're going to use the last 4 digits of your social, which is true, in order to pull it up, because that's usually your PIN that they have to pull it up with when they get the e-app. It's the last 4 of their social. So I'm going to go ahead and get that put in here now. What's your social? Now, can I have your social? Do you mind sharing your social? Y'all be sounding creepy when you, of course they going to say no. You sound creepy. You know what I'm saying? All right, I act like I'm at the DMV. Okay, picture me. I work at the DMV. Okay, how do people at the DMV ask you a question? They expect you to answer. You see what I'm saying?
They expect you.
They expect you to answer. How? Okay, and I need your social, ma'am. Okay, thank you. Okay, let me repeat that back to you for verification. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, thank you, ma'am. Okay, here's your kid. Going over there. You see what I'm saying? Well, I'm at the DMV when I'm asked that information. I say it assertive. All right. And your social is what now? Okay, thank you. Let me repeat that back to you for confirmation purposes. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, and I'm clinking. And then, all right, for banking information, I need to go ahead and put you in for there. What bank are you with? I'm with City National. Okay, City National, fabulous. Okay, and I need your 9-digit routing number. What is that? You can find it in the bottom of your check. If not, I can pull it up for you. Bank routing numbers are online. Okay, now your account number. Okay, thank you so much. Now let's say they hesitate on the banking information, because that can happen. Yeah. Here's how I handle the banking information, okay? Let me tell you, I'm a savage with the banking, okay? So we get to the point of application, they're like, I don't feel comfortable giving my banking information. I say, you know what, Miss Jenkins, it is your prerogative to feel uncomfortable with that, but here's a couple factors I just want to share with you. I just want to share this with you. The first factor I want to share with you is, first of all, that I'm typing your information directly into the carrier system. So with that said, I'm not keeping your banking information. After it's submitted, I don't even see it anymore. So that's number one. Number two, the other factor I want to keep in mind is, presently, of all the carriers that we work with, none of them is going to accept an application without your banking information. Given everything that's going on in the world and everything like that, as insurance producers and insurance companies, our focus is really to focus on people who we know are serious about buying. I can assure you that no one's going to take any money out of your account unless and or until you're approved. However, we do need to validate that there's real interest and that we have a payment method on file so that we can issue this policy when that time comes. So is your intention still to purchase insurance today? I'm not here to play no games.
Yeah.
You done got 45 minutes of my time.
That was good.
That was good.
That was good.
That was solid.
Make sure y'all write that down.
Write that down. Okay, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they are, all right, well, I'm gonna give you it then. Thank you. It is what it is. And I sometimes I throw in and I say, well, ma'am, if you were calling Geico to have them put in a quote and generate a policy for you today, wouldn't you have to give them your banking information? Yeah. So, well, I'm just curious, why would your expectation be different here? Oh, yeah, that's true. I'm not here to play these games. Don't come in this house playing. Don't come in my house playing. Okay, what's my next question?
I think I'm to my last. Well, one of my
this
questions,
was a good one too. You left that one off. Okay, but go.
Oh yeah, how do I organize myself when I am overwhelmed with clients' requirements?
You shout. You say, thank you, Jesus, thank you, God, thank you, whoever you think. Okay. The way you organize yourself is, first of all, if you're overwhelmed with clients, then you need to make sure. Now, when you say overwhelmed, what do you mean?
So
help me to understand.
Well,
I don't know what that means. I've never seen a day. What does that mean?
So I mean, when I have a bunch of clients that I've submitted now.
Client requirements.
Yeah. So then I'm in the process of
like ordering medical exams.
Yeah, looking at the requirements and all that stuff.
So here's what I recommend to all sellers out there, and this is something that y'all really need to remember, especially for y'all who are doing all this business with all of our leads. Fabulous, that's wonderful. Set out time in your week or in your day to actually do the administrative part of it. Because if you saying I'm available every day from, let's say you work a full-time job, so you're doing insurance in the evenings. Every evening from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m., I'm doing insurance clients every evening. When are you going to have time to do the administrative aspect of it? You see what I'm saying? So my recommendation to you is that if you know you got 5 days a week available to sell for 4 days out the week and leave 1 day open.
1 day open. Okay.
Or if you're like you, who does it pretty much all day, if you know you start your day at 9 a.m., from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. or from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., you're handling administrative stuff and then use the afternoon for selling.
Okay.
You have to put that time in there because it's not enough just to close a client.
Yeah.
You got to get them issued. Mahasa says, I'm there right now. You got to get the policies issued. Now, once your level of abundance from selling policies gets so good, this is a great time to recruit a junior agent under you and have that person do your processing for you. Say, I'm going to, hey, junior agent, you're going to handle processing for me. When I have clients, you go in and you order the medical exams, you follow up with them so you learn the process too, right? And then on top of that, when I have more cases and I know what to do with, I'm going to give you those cases so you can make some money too. That's when your abundance is hitting that level. Where it's like, I can't even do this myself. It's more valuable for me to be selling than to do administrative stuff. That's when it's time to expand your team, in my opinion. All right. CK says, can I still use your leads if I'm captive with the company? Baby, you can use our leads. Absolutely. Our leads platform is for any insurance producers out there. You do not have to be one of our OmniBay team members. If you want to join our team and use our leads, great. If you want to join our team and not use our leads, great. If you want to just use our leads and not join our team, great. We are a financial technology company that focuses on offering marketing solutions in the form of leads to producers. Okay, that's what we do. The insurance agency is a whole different side of the business. So I know there's most people on both sides, but some are not. All right, what was that next question? I think you had a final question there.
So ask this. Okay.
I'm seeing your questions here as well.
I believe, did I ask, what do I do if a client asks a question I don't know the answer to?
No, you didn't ask that question, but that's a good one. What do you do? Because that's a lot of new agents' worst fears. What if they ask a question I don't know the answer? Well, first of all, just know You passed the insurance exam, didn't you?
Mhm.
So you know more than they know. Okay, so stand firm on that. Okay, don't worry about, do I come across like an expert? The question is, you know, what, okay, I don't know the answer to something. Is that the end of the world? No, it's not the end of the world. Hold on, I think the camera getting hot. Okay, that's not the end of the world. So what I would personally do in that circumstance is if they ask a question that I don't know the answer to,
Mhm.
I would just say to them, I said, that's a wonderful question. If it's okay with you, I just want to note that down and check in with my back office. Just want to get you a confirmed answer on that. But let's go ahead and move forward. I'll just note that down. And I'll get right back to you with it. Bam.
Okay.
Easy peasy.
Okay.
Easy peasy. I just want to check in with my back office about that. And you're going to call back office, or you're going to reach out to the insurance carrier.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to jump into 1 or 2 questions and we'll close out here. Okay. Someone asked here, TK, no, it's our answer TK's question. Gina says, prior to COVID, did you deliver policies in person more so on a routine basis? Even before COVID, I was never delivering policies in person. When the policies would come to me, I bought a document scanner from Staples and I scanned the policy documents on the document scanner and then take that PDF and put it in DocuSign for the client to sign the delivery. They sign it, bam, they got their policy. And then I would keep a record of that for my side as well. But that's what I would do. I
Wait,
didn't do
so you just you took it and scanned it?
I scanned it.
Hmm.
Rather, I don't want to go to the post office.
Wow.
All those trips to the post office and shipping things, delivering in person, that's too much time. I get my policies in throughout the week. And then on maybe 2 days out the week, I would just scan them all in one time. Bam, 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 send them out on DocuSign.
Okay.
Most companies now let you do electronic delivery though, so it's not really that big a deal anymore. How do you deal with explaining that the carrier went up with the premium? Okay, so for example, you put them in at first, but now the carrier is saying that it's going to cost them more because of the underwriting. So here's what I do, is if the carrier says that the premium's higher, Lisa, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the carrier and say, okay, I understand the premium's higher. How much death benefit could we get if we kept the original premium, but lowered the death benefit? That way, when I go to the client, I say, well, sir, the insurance companies come back with their underwriting. The good news is that they're ready to approve you, because they are. But we do have to make a decision together. No bad news, we just have to make a decision together. Either we're going to be able to keep you at your original budget, but your death benefit's going to be about $50,000 less, or we can keep you at the original death benefit, but the premium's going to be about $30 more. Which option would feel best for you?
Okay, that was a good question, Elisa.
That's a great one.
Yeah, because I actually have a client that. Okay.
Yeah, just give them both options. And what option would be best for you? This is why did it change? Well, I'll tell you, within underwriting, there's a number of factors that can happen. And this probably would happen with any carrier, probably just because of, the health issues that you told me about. But here's the reality. We're getting coverage in place for you so that you don't have to end up like your Uncle Junior. Remember what happened to him when he walked out the door and then got hit by that weed whacker in the head, and then he died, and you told me all about it. And his kids, now they're on Skid Row. It's a terrible thing, isn't it? Yeah, so we want to make sure that I remind them of their why. Y'all gonna say I'm terrible, but I always go for their why. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? And so that's how I do it. All right, let me see here. Mahasan says, I just got licensed in Texas and Maryland. Who do I report it to? Submit your licenses to the insurance carriers. Just give those insurance carriers a call and then say, how can I submit my new licenses to get appointed in those states? And they'll do it for you there. Let's see here. Leroy says, wait a minute. Let me see here.
Hey, I got a real good, interesting one for you. Was at the
What's that one?
I just got my producer number from one company. I will be ready in a few weeks to start selling. Do I have to wait?
Why are you waiting a few weeks? Somebody said they just got their producer number, so they just got contracted with the carrier. I'll be ready in a few weeks. What happens in a few weeks? I don't understand. I never had that in the training process. I don't know who wrote that question, so it's no offense to who wrote it. If you don't go and sell it and get out of the paralysis of analysis, isn't it crazy how we create arbitrary timelines for ourselves? I'm gonna be ready in 60 days. What is happening in 60 days that you can't accomplish in a weekend of studying? Get out there and sell. If you need a mentor to help you with selling, reach out to our office, help@omnibayfinancial.com. We can connect you with a mentor. Why wait for tomorrow to do what you can do today? I'm gonna tell you this right now. Selling is much easier than most people think. Yeah. You thought it was gonna be hard.
Now I can say, for new people, like that haven't sold yet, but they're in that process of, about to sell and all that stuff. I can say that it's kind of nervous, you know, if you haven't sold if you haven't even been on the phone yet, it's kind of nervous those couple of calls until you keep doing it. The more you do it, the
easier
more
it gets.
the more
the longer
comfortable
you wait,
are.
the easier it doesn't get.
Yeah.
So remember that. I think
yeah.
Tasha wrote that question. The more you do it, the easier it gets. The longer
Exactly.
you wait, the easier it does not get. So she says, I want to wait because I need more time to learn the products. So, let me tell you this, okay? I have sold so many products. Let me tell you this. I've sold so many products. I'm not toot my own horn, but toot, okay? I trained tons of insurance producers. Many of them have gone on to create six-figure incomes for themselves. Toot, okay? Trust my guidance and my coaching on this. You do not need to wait, okay? What you need to do is learn while you earn. What that means is you need to go out there and start meeting with clients and use each client as a learning opportunity.
And that's really.
There's no real way to learn unless you learn it while you're
Because sometimes, you know, the clients will ask you questions that it's like, okay, well, let me go check that out for you. And then you got to go in and then, you know.
Absolutely. Yeah. Exactly. Learn while you earn. All right. What's another question here? I saw one up here that I was going to hit real fast. All right. Get out there, honey. You can do this. Astrid says, after we get our license, what's the next step to work on your team? You have to submit your license. You can go to www.omnibay, what is the link?
I just posted it, OmnibayLicenseRoadmap.com. I just posted it.
Thank you. It's Omnibay License Roadmap. That's where you go, and it'll walk you through there. Okay. I'm just going up. There was a question I wanted to look at. TK says, I love your breakdown. Talk to me like a 3-year-old. Helps with the flow of conversation. Yes, that's how I do. I break everything down. I use my hands a lot. Even if I'm on the phone, I break everything down. I talk slow. I pause. I do all that stuff because what I found is when you talk too fast, people don't understand, but sometimes they don't trust you. So they think you're trying to get over on them. Talk slower.
And one thing you did tell me, I remember you told me to smile.
Tell them that advice. That's helpful.
Yeah. So like smiling while you're on the phone. While you're on the phone communicates, you know, like that it communicates over the phone that, you know, you're kind of like happy, like, you know,
warmth and confidence.
Yeah, it's warm. Yeah.
They can't see you, but compare. I want y'all to smile right now and say, hello, my name is X.
You kind of, it's kind of different in tone. And
absolutely. What I did with Mark was I put like a little mirror on his desk so he can see himself. While you're on the phone, put a little mirror on your desk. And if you're not smiling, smile. Sometimes we can be so in our head that we don't realize our tone is actually coming across as nervous. And your face and your emotions usually connect with one another. So if I can change my face, it sends an indirect signal to my brain to adjust my attitude. You see what I'm saying? Smile before you dial. I love that. Sterling put that in here. Smile before you dial. All right, y'all, we're going to wrap up the meeting in just a moment, but I do want to remind you all of some very important links. The first link is just keep in mind that if you're looking for life insurance leads, you can get access to life insurance leads. These are warm leads that you can get access to right on omnibayleads.com. That's omnibayleads.com. That information is directly above or below this video. If you're looking to learn how to sell insurance or join our insurance agency, y'all need to join our team. All right, I'm gonna tell you this from right here. All right, I'm looking at you right now because you are literally a walking success story. Came into this at 18. 18 is already killing it. Oh my gosh, in the month of July, you did probably about at least 14,000 in business.
14,000,
something like that.
That's July. Oh, I closed mine today too.
Okay.
So let's see. Yeah, about 14,000. Yeah.
If you're looking for an agency home, you can definitely come over here. But I'll tell you this: you don't have to join our insurance agency in order to sell for us. In order to use our leads, you can use our leads elsewhere as well. It's really up to you. We're a service provider to the overall insurance industry. And of course, if you'd like to learn a little bit more about how I close insurance clients, you can get a more in-depth look at my lesson through my MJ Harris $1 Million Insurance Sales System. You can access a free lesson from that at www.mjharrisfreegift.com. That's www.mjharrisfreegift.com. And to my lovely co-host today, I told Marco, I said, I want you to come on and gather questions for today because you're in it. Yeah. You're doing it every single day, and I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
I'm very proud of you. He gets up, day in, day out. Now I was fussing at him early because he's on that phone closing clients, the doorbell ringing. I'm on the phone doing what I got to do. And I'm like, somebody get the dough, get the dough. We can't both be not getting the dough. But no, he's doing incredible. He is absolutely wonderful. All right, y'all. Click like and click share this video with anyone else. And feel free to comment below this video and let us know any other training topics that you would like for us to cover. All right. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.